Okay, here will be another quick video for you here. This week's assignment is going to be on string manipulation in R. So we have three objectives basically for the week. It's to perform a function performing a grep, build a simple R program to scan a block of text and perform word counts, include a graph, and take your central limit theorem proof and incorporate that into something that will generate 5 separate PDF files, where the name of the file will be central and then the number .pdf. So let me give you kind of a quick little explainer video to help you with pieces of this. First of all, I'm going to use PDF tools for this. There are about 5 or 6 different ways that you could do this particular item. But to get some sample data, I'm going to use a PDF file that I have, and I'm going to load using PDF tools. I'm going to use PDF text to load that into a vector for me. So that's what I'm doing here. The next thing I'm going to do is just to try to understand how long that string is, I'm going to do an nchar. That'll give you the number of characters, and I'm going to print that that vector off. So let's go and execute these. And we can see down here in the console pane, let me expand this. There's my text. We can see here it's loading the files. We can see there's 701 characters inside of that string. So that's where we're going to start. Now, if I wanted to add strings together, I could use paste. We've done paste several times. So here's a way to concatenate. I'm just going to concatenate give to students on the front of that and then print that out. As you can kind of see down here, now in addition to the course title information, which we have, and by the way, those /n's represent the embedded carriage return line feeds on each of those lines. You could filter those out. You could leave those in. In this case here, I'm just going to be lazy and leave them in. But that has added the give to students on the front end of it. To do a grep, again, if you want to see the help on grep, and you can see there's a wealth of information on how you can do regular expressions and how you can do searching off of patterns using grep. Very, very powerful tool, and we use it extensively throughout many different IT services, plus also different languages use grep extensively. So here's a real deep dive into some of the things you can do with grep, including like substituting inside of strings, etc. I'd encourage you to read that help desk, that help file, as well as look at some examples of using grep. But let's just do some really simple ones here. First of all, return the character vector of what paragraph that exists in. For analysis, it's in the first paragraph. As you can see, I've crammed everything into one paragraph right here. Second thing is going to do a logical vector. It's going to see whether or not it exists. That'll be grep L for logical. We see analysis does exist in there. If I put something like a string like Mike Pomato, it would return false in that case. Let's go and find every place that that word analysis is used. And so that would be using the expression, so regular expression. Oops. Hang on. There you go. So we can see 4 spots that it's used inside that. It gives you a lot of metadata along with that. And then using the regex to return the position for the first instance of that, it'll return -1 if it finds nothing. So again, analysis. Oops. And there we can see the position for the first instance of it. Now, if I wanted to substitute or extract the title from my string, that's one way that we could do it. And there we got our title. And that just essentially uses start position and the number of characters. That's how it extracts that particular piece out of it. Word counts, we've covered word counts briefly in previous instance where we talked about text analysis. There's probably 5 different ways you could do this. One easy way is using Quantita. If you want to look at that link right there, it'll show you an example. That example is printed in the screen here in front of you. For your submission, please do not use one of the examples on Quantita. Find your own data to load in and use your own data as part of that. I'll run through the exercise here. It's going to load Quantita. It's going to load TextStacks. It's going to load ggplot to do the plot. I will then turn around and create a corpus. It does give you the deprecation menu warning message. You can ignore it safely in this particular context. Eventually, they'll update their website to show a better example of this. And if you're interested, I can go ahead and give you a different version using tokens. Let's go ahead and look at the text frequency. I'm then going to turn around and sort that in reverse order using the with statement. Again, we've covered this one before. And then do a ggplot. You have seen a very similar ggplot to this as well. So that's showing word frequencies, and that's showing the plot. That's showing a graph that goes on top of it. That answers the first 2 questions. For the final question, you're going to take your CLT proof that you've done in previous weeks. You're going to insert that inside of a looping function similar to what you see here on the screen. Essentially what this is showing you is how you could print off multiple PDF files, one with each iteration of your CLT proof. And so that's an interesting way to kind of get multiple examples here. So if I explain this function to you, this is basically going to execute 5 times. It's going to use the string print function in order to assign the name of that file. And so the file name is going to be called central underscore %d. %d is going to be replaced by the variable I, which is my 4 counter, 1 through 5. So the first time through it'll be 1, second time through it'll be 2, etc. It's then going to use the PDF command from the PDF tools that we installed above. PDF is going to start the write of the file. It's going to open that file name up for write. And then here's where you'd put in your CLT function. And then you just pretty much just print off the result of the CLT function. You print it off, and then the last thing you do is dev off is turn the device off. So that opens the file, it prints out whatever you're going to print to your plot. It's going to turn around and turn the device off, and it's going to go on to the next one. This is a very simple little function that you can use in order to iterate through your CLT iterations. You still have to code it to put in your CLT function in there and debug any kind of issues you may have as part of that. So that's the 3 questions which you got to do for this week. That covers a whole lot of ground as far as string manipulation in R. If you have any questions, please show up to office hours tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern or on Thursday night, 7 o'clock Eastern for additional, or please post in the help desk forum or on an email to me directly. Thank you.